All right, welcome everyone to the PRL Insider. This is the second episode of our Project Apex Racing League. Today we have a special episode. We're gonna call it Meet the Directors. I'm here today with Mr. Omer himself. Say hi, Omer. Hi to the people.
Hello, hello.
All right, we're here today to discuss some very, very important teams uh, for the league, and we're here to break up some stories, some updates, some news, and some things you should be expecting to coming to the league. And we'll overall just like go over the stuff that's happened and why we make some decisions, why we don't, and etc. All right. Uh, should we start with updates?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Uh,
Let's see. What updates should the people expect? Let's see. What updates did we go over? Because we did already make one take, but the recording was corrupted and we didn't have audio, so we had to do it again. All right.
that's right to the meme recap. Anyways, let's start. I think with the racing rules. So I think in the races we should improve the racing lines since we brought that topic up before 2 days 2 days before the race, and some people just didn't knew that if they got two tires on the apex itself and two tires off the track, it's track limits. um some people didn't knew what does the racing line means. So some people didn't knew what means to stay in the white line, that they got to stay in the white line or else that's track limits. We didn't went fully on it in the race, but I think that's a thing we gotta add to the rules. We gotta inform the drivers, since some drivers are new F1 fans. They aren't like old. They joined, most of the F1 community had joined like after they saw the 2021 Abu Dhabi. Not most, but many people, I'd say, joined. Um, so I think we gotta clarify a little bit of the rules there, and just make them understand what's track limits, the racing line, what's the safety car, the regulations, these small things. Like, I'm pretty sure they know the flags and these things, but the little bit more harder things. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, we did discuss this in the last recording. Let's break it up again. What should we add to the leagues? Stuff like, for example, the currency system to bring it back, because we did have some people asking about it. Should we add some stuff like sprint races, drive to survive, and etc.? Because there are a lot of ideas that we can add, but it's just we don't have so much time. We don't have that big of a community, and just some things can't work out the way we want to. So, what do you think?
Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with the currency system. I think I'm speaking by many drivers in the league that actually wants it to come back. I think that's a very nice idea, to give team directors some, things to do during the week, because maybe they are gathering like one day with their teams, telling strategies. Maybe they don't do anything, just to get them a little more involved in the league, a little more responsible, since the team director doesn't really do much. The thing is just hiring and firing drivers. Um, the strategies are going with the engineers and with the team directors also, but he doesn't do that much compared to real life team director. So I think we're gonna need to, like, whoa, it will be cool if we're gonna get them things to do, like taking care of their facilities and cars, not hard things like developing new car parts that we can't really do in race, but things like, like that. And I think that's gonna be good for the drivers too, since they're gonna have some things to do. Like, they're like the team directors. They drive once a week, maybe train a little bit on the track, but out of it, they don't really do anything. together, or yeah, they don't really do anything during the week out of just a little trainings. So I think that's gonna be fun if they're gonna have the ability to buy houses and maybe sign sponsorships with some brands, like maybe clothing brands, maybe things like that. That like they're gonna have, which is gonna be a little maybe realistic, maybe more fun to them. uh I don't Yeah, that's it about the currency system, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. All right. What about sprint races and Drive to Survive? Because those are some things that, if we get enough members and we schedule the times, because I mean, not a lot of people can come, for example, at like 1 p.m. BST. They're coming to the races only on Saturday, but they may have some plans. What do you think about Drive to Survive and Sprint? Should we manage to try and get some attendance to it, or?
Yeah, I think the sprint races are gonna be that's just an extension of the race. Like a sprint works, qualifying, then the sprint, and then the race itself. So maybe we can make our version of sprint races that will come like instead of the race itself. We can have maybe 10 laps of Baku sprint race, and it's gonna give you a little less points, but yet still we're gonna survive that hard track and will not have to red flag it. I think we can do Drive to Survive maybe in Baku, and then the sprint races in Winter Park, which is a little easier than Baku itself. Um, yeah, I think, yeah.
All right. Well, what do you think about the current championship? Because we have some competition on the top three in constructorship and drivers championships, but I wanna see your point of view, like what's going on in the lower spots, for example, because we know first place is pretty much secured by Alex for now, unless Sami pulls up a magic trick and just skyrocket it to P1. But what do you think on the lower spots? What's going on?
The lowest spot, I see many drivers there. There are drivers that attending the races constantly, like UIC and JZ. Um, and sometimes game, but it's not that low. But there are drivers who just drive once and disappear, pretty much. Then I think the drivers that actually gonna stay and attend these races, they will also get the little more robux, and they can gain places. They can have, like, maybe the front guys will have a shit race, and or they're gonna have a better strategy than everyone else. So I think that's mostly the Williams drivers, that they can get a massive push up, instead of in case of a good race. 4 points can help you gain like 4 positions there. That's very close, the fight at the back.
I see. Well, we went over that. Let's see. Who do you think are the two most overrated and the most underrated drivers? Because that's an interesting topic. Because I see a lot of people saying that Alex is winning the championships for sure. He's like doesn't have much of a competition. But I mean, they may be overrating him a bit. It's true. He does maintain P1 very well. But I mean, there are some actually good competitors. It's just like sometimes the strategy doesn't work out or they crash. So, who do you think are those two people?
Okay, so I think overrated. I'll go with a surprise one. I think Max is a little bit overrated. I think people gave him a massive case of like he's gonna win the championship. He's gonna fight with Alex, and you can see him down there at P5 in the championship, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, P5 in the championship, with 46 points. He's close to Turk and Katai, but he's close to Red Jelly at the back, which is 4 places behind him. Then I think everyone said that he's gonna be good and he's gonna maybe win it and fight for the win, but I didn't saw him get the big push. I think underrated drivers are gonna be Katai, where I didn't really expected him to be that high of a place. Maybe the move for Haas uh, gave him a good push. Since Katai finished P4 in this race, I think they are fairly rated, like maybe Terk and maybe Zumi. While standing in the expectations. Um, let's see. I don't see anyone who had a massive jump this race. This race wasn't like that special of a race. Alex won that P1, Terk P2, and Zumi closed the podium. Then you had Max there at P6, if yeah, P6, and he almost crashed at the last lap. So I think that wasn't a very good performance of him. I expected him to get at least a podium. My bad. Yeah.
All right. Also, let's talk about a bit of the community, because the community itself is like the biggest thing in PRL. Because I believe when I last checked in general chat, only in general chat, we have about 110,000 messages in general chat. So I want to ask, what's the reason behind this? Because you're the number one person in the VC leaderboard. I want to ask, why are you guys doing this? Because I genuinely just can't process why you guys are doing this.
Okay, so it started in me just going into the this season, just chilling there, playing some F1 manager with, some people sometimes joins, and that's fun to just sit there and speak about Formula, um, and how's the race going, and that Piastri crashes to Gasly. Anyways, I think like, and then it became a small competition between me and between Game. I pretty much try harded it all. I'm like almost 20k in the XP in the VC, and Game had like 2 days that couldn't be in the VC, so he's like 7k behind. So I pretty much tried harded being in the VC, and it gave people's like the start of that competition, like they are fighting for I see Katai wanna pass people's in the leaderboard, and and I saw Nesk trying to pass you in the message leaderboard. There's like small of a competition in that leaderboard thing in Probot.
Okay, I I still don't see why. Okay, let me ask you this: do you sometimes randomly just go and disconnect the game from the VC until he just doesn't notice? Do you do that, or is that just too bad?
No, 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 no. We're having a clean fight.
Fair
Of
competition.
of Yes, us. But basically, both of us sometimes just trying to AFK and get away with it. Then he saw me AFKing once. Then he disconnected me, and then I disconnected him. Basically, like half clean, half no. However it goes.
I see. I see. Okay. Well, I wanna talk about some very suspicious things that we've seen in the chat. I'm gonna honorable mention here, Cash, Mr. Cash. Yeah, I wanna just tell you guys, please, please, if you're gonna post this shit, post it in memes, or I'll just like make an absolutely just different section with NSFL channels. Because let me get this straight. I don't want to see you guys talking about dick and whatever else you're talking about. I'm not even gonna break it up because it's too bad. I don't want to see you guys talking about that in general, chat. And Cash, please, but like, please, for the love of God, please stop posting about gay stuff. Like every second, if I show you guys the log, I'm gonna pull up pictures from the log on the screen right now. You guys are seeing what he's saying. Every day, bot commands in administration is filled up with his reports because
Oh,
he's saying gay
yes, yes.
stuff. It's bad. I'm telling you, it's so bad. It's bad to the point where I'm not even looking.
I think Cash in about 10 or 20 years time is gonna end up in jail for harassment. I'm telling you.
Cash is you Cash, bro. You're not going. You're not going on a good path, bro. You gotta change. Okay. Also, I know that the PRO rule book is kind of with the guidelines. It's kind of boring. I mean, I wouldn't read it myself if I were you guys. But if you get warned sometime, for example, or you get told to stop or given a timeout, please just click the link and read about it. If you don't get muted or just given a warning, you don't have to. But if you do, just click the link and just read about it, because there are some stuff there that are gonna help you. Because I'm actually giving a lot of warnings to people that just don't understand that they don't have to do this. Cash is one of them. He's like he holds the record for the most warnings and timeouts in PRL. But don't be like him, okay? I'm not advising you guys to be like him. Um, Also, because it happened on the last race, whenever you feel like you're not gonna win and there's no point in racing, you can just like go to the pits and like pit and just respawn the car. You don't have to start cutting corners and wait for me to give you what was it, a fucking 800-second penalty.
280. 280.
280-second penalty. Yeah, you don't have to wait for me to give you 4 laps and then just get disqualified. At this point, I'm just gonna disqualify you instantly and just kick you from the game. Just please don't do it, because if I include this footage right now, because I am gonna make a montage of the races, you're gonna see how many times Ferrari, or it might have been Krabs out, but Ferrari cut corners. He was just going wide. He was going into apexes. He was going over stuff. He was even going like in between cars. He was just like hitting stuff randomly. Uh, and at the end, he just hit the wall and just broke down in the middle of the track.
Yes,
So
yes. Now I don't get it. Why couldn't he done it like 3 laps earlier? I wanted to pull out in Abu Dhabi 2021.
uh, yeah. So please don't do that. It's common sense. If you want to have fun after the race. Uh, if the private server is still open. What else? Oh yeah. Let me say this straight, and you guys, I want you to listen very very closely. Do not play suspicious gay songs about Dick and the German World War II team in the VC. Okay? If I see one of you guys play this again in the VC, I promise you, in the name of PRL, I am going to give you a 1 week timeout. And I know that you guys are going to do it now because I've addressed it. So please, for the love of God, if you don't want a 1 week timeout, don't play the German World War II team. Don't play gay songs in the VC, and just yeah, don't do those type of stuff. If it's for the memes, I can understand, but it's it's not funny. I'm gonna tell you right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. We don't need to give penalties on here.
Yeah, yeah,
Joe.
we definitely don't condone this kind of behavior. Well, like the only people that are allowed to play those stuff are us. If we play it, then it's funny. If you guys play it, it's not funny. Okay, we gotta.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Communism.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, uh, I do we go over all the stuff? Do we have something else to talk about, or
Uh, I don't. I really don't think so. Maybe
maybe the what?
the lack of race officials.
Oh yeah, that's a good. Okay, okay. Okay, I'll say this now. If you are not a driver, or if you are a driver, team director, or team engineer, and want to resign from your position, you can become a race official. Otherwise, if you're a fan and don't have a position, you can go ahead DM me whenever you see this video. You can DM me. The offer is still up. I will give you an interview for race official. If I announce that all the spots are taken, then that's when you can stop. But spots are open. DM me. You can also DM me for moderator. We have apps for that too. But yeah, if you want to help us, it'd be much appreciated, because we cannot keep up with penalties, because as you see, people are getting 270 seconds for penalties, which means there is something wrong with the system, which implies that we need race officials.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I'd recommend you to get race official. Moderator is gonna be. job. You don't want to see the chat. That's gonna be so out of a job.
Yeah, for moderators, if you're experienced with working with people with
5-year-olds.
yeah, with 5-year-olds and brain damaged people, sure. Yeah, that a PRL general chat is a mental hospital. That's what you're getting into. You're basically going into an asylum full of children. Anyway, yeah. Um, yeah, sure. I think that's all. I don't want to record this a third time. So hopefully, if you see this video, we have succeeded, and this video has audio. If you don't see this video, then yeah, we don't have audio.
Then we're fucked.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
Anyway,
gonna do audio.
thanks for watching. You can wait for the meme recap or for the montage of the races. It's coming soon, I promise. I will edit it if I don't forget. Yeah, thanks for watching. Please follow the rules. Then don't make people mad. Hashtag blessed. And we'll see you next time. All right. Oh, also Ferrari will be sucking Alex. All right. Bye.